So, Sagittarius, the first card you have for your past is the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so obviously this man is kind of protecting himself, and I'm seeing this is what you were doing at this time. I think you might have been feeling a little bit judged at this time. And yeah, I'm seeing this could be around a group of people, actually. Maybe this was a new group of people, or maybe this was a group of people who you were just getting to know, or you didn't know them all that well. You might have known a couple of people in this group, or not, but not everyone. And I think yeah, you felt very judged, and I think something was said to you, something that was accusing you maybe, and I think this was said quite in a subtle way. It wasn't as if someone was saying to you, coming up at your face and yelling at you and saying, you did this, you did that. It wasn't like that. It was like someone was saying a lot of small hints to you. Maybe they were asking questions, or maybe they were saying, oh, so why did you do that? Was it because you really meant to do this? What was the real reason? Or something like that. It was kind of very nasty, but it was done in quite a sneaky way, I think. So whatever was said or whatever was hinted at, yeah, this happened in front of other people, and I think that made you even more upset. And it really, really affected you. Because I think if someone came and said something to you when you were on your own, that would have obviously felt a lot better than if they were saying it in front of people. And I think that was done for a reason. I think whoever this is quite a nasty person. So yeah, obviously this really affected you, and I can understand why, because I can't stand that kind of thing. If someone wants to say something to you, they should come up to you privately, not be sneaky, not hint at things, not say things. They should just come to your face and say, I don't like what I've been hearing. Is it true that you did this? And just, you know, find out what the answer is before you kind of judge. Find out the truth in that way, in a straightforward way. But no, this wasn't what they're doing. So yes, I think, you know, because it was in front of people, it was like it was reflecting on your reputation. That's how you felt. And you do guard your reputation very carefully. Of course you do. Reputations are very important. So, you know, I'm seeing you also might have just come close to walking away, especially walking away from the person who said it, but maybe even walking away from this whole group. And that's how badly this affected you. So, yeah, I think these were kind of like throwaway little comments. They were to the person who said them, but to you, it was a lot more serious. It meant a lot more than that. And I think you actually, you know, you felt like walking away, but I think you actually stayed in the end. But, you know, even though you stayed, I think you were a lot more guarded, like the man on this card protecting himself. But I think you kind of made a mental note to yourself that if this happened again or anything like it happened again, you'd be off, you'd walk off, and you'd turn your back on all of these people, because this man in this card, he has his back on the city, obviously where a lot of people are. So I think you're kind of saying to yourself, if this happens again, I'm going to turn my back on all of them. I don't need this. I really don't need this. It isn't true, and I just don't need the drama. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have for your past is the Six of Pentacles. So this card can be about, you know, giving and receiving, give and take. It can be about, usually it's about unfair giving and receiving. It can be about, you know, giving someone more than the person next to them. It can be about a parent favouring one child over another one. It can be about someone in a work situation getting an unfair pay rise, and the person next to them's worked harder but they don't get anything. That kind of thing. I'm seeing, yeah, in this I'm seeing someone who stood by you. I'm seeing a person who really has helped you. So I'm seeing give and take as well, because you've helped them as well. You've stood by them as well. You've probably helped each other at different times. You've probably helped each other financially at different times. I'm seeing they have probably most definitely helped you financially at some time. But you've also helped each other in other ways. I'm seeing this person, yeah, I'm seeing this person being very, very close to you. I'm seeing they might have spoken to you at different times, maybe even late at night, helping you with your problems. And I think you were kind of also talking to them at these times as well, helping them too. I'm getting a feeling of disappointment around this, maybe even loneliness around this person. You might have been spending less time with this person at this time, or you might have been contacting them less frequently or something like that. And I think you were spending time around other people and not around them, and they were feeling this. And I think maybe this drama or these accusations toward this group were kind of like a reminder to you to remember people who are loyal to you, remember your old friends. Because again, I'm seeing this group was new. There were new people in this group. And of course, there's nothing wrong with being around new people. It's a good idea. But you don't know them. You didn't know them yet. It's a good idea to kind of wait until you actually know people properly before you jump in and, trust them. But with this person in the Six of Pentacles, you did trust them, you did know them, they trusted you, but you were kind of neglecting them a bit at this time. I don't think you meant to neglect them, I don't think you realised it, or maybe you didn't do it on purpose, but they were feeling very lonely, they were wanting a conversation with you, they were wondering where you were, and they did feel a bit lonely, and they were kind of wanting you to contact them. So maybe this kind of drama that happened, maybe this was like a reminder for you, to remind you of people who are loyal to you. Maybe it was a bit of a poke to you to kind of remind you to speak to people who, old friends, old people who you've known for a long time. The last card you have, your past, is the Ten of Wands. So obviously this is about burdens. I'm actually seeing, I'm seeing a lack of communication in this card. I'm seeing a lack of communication between you and this person, this old friend or whoever this is in the Six of Pentacles. They felt that they weren't able to tell you that they were missing you for some reason. They wanted more of a connection from you, definitely. And this could be a love connection. There's love around this connection. It might be a relationship. It might be a friendship with a lot of love around it. It might not be romantic love, or it might be a relationship that isn't a traditional kind of a relationship. I'm seeing that as well. So it's something, there is a lot of love between you. I'm seeing that definitely. But there was some kind of barrier between you because they weren't able to communicate with you properly. They wanted to, but they felt that there was some reason why they couldn't tell you. They couldn't say to you, look, I'm really missing our connection and I don't know what's happened to you. There was some reason why they weren't able to tell you this, or they felt that they weren't able to tell you this. So the first card you have in your present is the King of Pentacles. So yes, again, I'm seeing this person in the Six of Pentacles. This is a very important person in your life. You did lean on each other a lot, you and this person in the past. You both relied on each other at different times. Maybe there were times where you felt as if you were a burden to them because you have relied on them. I'm seeing that. And because I think, you didn't want to be a burden to them, but you felt like you were at some times. You felt like maybe you were weighing them down, a bit like these big heavy robes on this king. I don't think this person saw you as a burden. I don't think they ever have. Because there were times where you've also helped them. And also they just didn't see you like that. They just cared about you and they wanted to help you. That's what I'm seeing. But this feeling that you were feeling, that you were a burden to them, it wasn't a logical feeling. It was just a kind of an emotional feeling that you were feeling, if that makes sense. So, it's this feeling that you have that you don't want anyone to be carrying you or doing you favours, or that you owe anyone anything. It's that kind of thing I'm getting around you. And I think you're determined, you're determined to never ever be a burden or feel like a burden to anyone ever again, especially this person. I think, this is a very special person to you. I keep on seeing this, and they always have been a very special person to you. But I'm still getting this feeling that you don't want to seem needy to them. You don't want to seem like you're a burden to them. And I think that's what might be creating a barrier between you. You might not realise that that's what's happening, but you might be closing off to them. It might be that, when you're in need, when you have a need for some help, maybe not even financially, any kind of help, you don't come to them and you don't confide in them because you don't want to be a burden on them. Maybe that's what the problem is. I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope this, because Yeah, this is this is a bit confusing. It's just a feeling that you're feeling, because I'm getting a bit mixed up, because you're not a burden to them. They don't think you're a burden to them. They love you, they care about you, but it's the way you feel about yourself. I keep on getting that. Yeah, so sorry I got a bit muddled up in that. I'm just trying to articulate what I'm seeing. I really hope that made sense to you. The next card you have for your present is the Ten of Swords, yes. So again, this might sound strange again, and this is confusing again. I'm sorry about this. I'm just going to try and tell you what I'm seeing. I'm actually seeing memories in this card. I'm seeing someone from your distant past. This person might have even gone right back to your childhood. Someone back in your childhood might have made you feel like you were a burden to them or a burden on them. This could be a parent. They might have even told you that you're a burden, which is horrible. Yeah, I know this might only resonate with a few people, but this really hurt you. This feeling and what they said and what you felt around this parent or whoever this was really molded you, and that's why you don't want to feel like that ever again. Especially if this happened when you were a child, because this was a time when your brain wasn't developed enough to really process this all properly, and it just hurt. It just ended up with you just feeling really, really hurt, and that's the feeling you get today. So yeah, this is why you don't want to feel like a burden ever again, especially to this person in the Six of Pentacles, because you really care for them. I keep on seeing that. I think, you're creating this barrier, I think, because you're not opening up and telling them that this is where this comes from. This is why you feel this way. You need to open up, and you need to say to them, look, I haven't opened up to you because I don't want to feel like I'm leaning on you. I don't want to feel like a burden. And this is where this comes from. This is why I feel like this. And because if you open up to them and you let them understand that, then you won't feel like that, and they'll see where you're coming from, and they'll be more open to you as well. So they don't, again, I have to keep on saying this because I keep on seeing this. They do not see you as a burden. They love you. They care about you. They wanted to help you. That's why they helped you. They still care about you. Just know that, if anything. The last card you have for your present is the Knight of Cups. So yes, this is a situation I've kept on seeing in your readings for a long, long time. And this is between you and this person in the Six of Pentacles. So you care for each other, you love each other, and it's like you've both been giving off these signals of feeling unsure about each other. You've put a barrier up between you. This is going both ways. This knight wants to offer his emotions. He wants to offer his love, but only up to a point. He isn't ready to cross over this river. He doesn't feel ready to give his all yet, because you feel like that because you don't want to be a burden on this person. They feel like that because you have this thing about not wanting to be a burden, and when you have problems, you don't open up and tell them because you don't want to be a burden on them. I'm getting that very clearly now. I know it was a mess before, but I'm seeing that quite clearly. Now, this may or may not resonate, but that's what I'm seeing. You need to try and open up to them. You need to tell them that this is how you're feeling, this is why you're feeling like this. Then they will understand, and they won't feel as shut off from you, because I'm seeing that you're creating a barrier, and they're going to think that you don't want them. They're going to think you don't want to go anywhere near them and you don't want to be with them. That's what I'm seeing. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to push them away. The first card you have for your future is the Three of Pentacles. So, this is about your finances. I think, things are a lot better for you in terms of money than they have been for you for a long, long time. Your money has been picking up for a long time, and it still is at this time. I think you're actually in a much better place financially than you have been for a long, long time. And there's no way that you're going to be a financial burden to anyone, probably ever again. I don't think you actually ever were anyway. I keep on seeing that, and I have to keep on telling you that to get it through your head. You are not a burden. Yeah. again, a lot of this fear that you have is in your mind. I'm not blaming you. If this comes from your childhood, I don't want to blame you for it. But I do want to tell you that, this is in your mind. Nobody thinks you're a burden. And you're not going to be in a position where you have to ask anyone else for help, especially financial help, for a long, long time, like the man in this card. And the other thing I'm seeing in this card is, while you're in this position, put some away. Put some away, please. The next card you have for your future is the Nine of Pentacles. So yes, abundance. I'm not saying that you're going to be suddenly a millionaire. I wish I could say that to you. I wish I could say that about myself. But yeah, for the first time in a long, long time, you're going to have some extra money, some extra left over after you paid for everything you need to. I'm seeing that you are going to be buying yourself some really nice things for yourself, and you're just going to be feeling quite content money-wise, this nice contented feeling. And you haven't felt like this for a long, long time. It's like you have breathing space financially. And yeah, I hope you make the most of this feeling, because you deserve to feel like this. You've really been working very, very, very hard to get yourself to this position. And yes, buy yourself nice things. But again, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I keep on seeing this. Put some money away, please. Put some money away for the future. The last card you have for your future is the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, this is an amazing card to have next to the Nine of Pentacles. And next to the Three of Pentacles as well. So yes, your money is definitely growing. Your money is growing. I'm looking at this wheel, and to me, I'm thinking of this as kind of a snowball. And as it rolls along and collects more snow, it just gets bigger and bigger and just grows and grows. And that's what's going to happen to your finances. I'm seeing that you might have just been through a time in your work where you've been through some kind of learning period or some kind of training. And you're in this period, your money was kind of at a certain level, and now you're through this, and that's why your money is growing even more now. So you have knowledge, you have more skills, and more bargaining power as well. So your money is growing from that. And I'm seeing, if you look at these characters in the corner of this card, they're all learning, they're all reading books. So you're coming out of this time, you're kind of coming out of the learning time, and your money's growing. There are also more opportunities coming for you at this time, or coming to you at this time outside of the workplace. So you might have a side business, you might have an opportunity to do some extra things, you might have things that come from this work that you're doing. A lot of abundance, a lot of really good money cards here for you. And yeah, your money is growing, your money is growing, your money is growing. I'm seeing that again and again. The other thing I keep on seeing, I know I've said this before, please put some money away, please save some money, and that will snowball as well. That will snowball as well. That's what I'm seeing.